Despite the exhaustion that came from managing everyone's emotions and needs, the love I felt for and from my two partners was indescribable. My body could barely hold it. I felt more whole because different parts of myself came out of the distinct kind of intimacy I had with each. Even though I had to navigate rules rooted in fear, I had never felt more free. "I have something to tell you," Don said as I laid my head on my pillow to read before bed. He sat at the foot of the bed and squeezed my ankle through the white comforter. We had just come back from seeing a play, a surprise outing Don organized as my slightly early Christmas gift. "I hope I'm doing the right thing by telling you," he said. "But I've been sitting on this all week, and I worry that you'll be mad at me for not having told you when you find out." I sat up, not sure how alarmed I should be. Don knew that radical transparency was something I required in order to maintain trust. In the past, I'd been upset when he omitted small details when recalling his dates or conveying other potentially upsetting information, categorizing them as lies. "It's Lucas," he said. "He wants to break up with you." My heart dropped. "What? He told you that?" I asked. "Yeah. He called me on Monday. 3 days ago?" I know, Don said. "He told me he'd call you that night, then the day after, and now it seems like you two haven't talked all week." He took a long drag on his e-cigarette and exhaled slowly, twisting his mouth to direct the smoke to the side without breaking eye contact with me. "I really hope I'm doing the right thing by telling you." I'd been dating Lucas for a year, and while he and Don got along, they never talked on the phone and rarely texted in between his visits. "Why would he call you?" I asked. "He said he wanted to make sure I'd be available to be with you when he would tell you." He was crying. "But what did he say?" I asked in tears. "I thought things were going well." I pulled a paper tissue out of the box on my nightstand. Don looked powerless. He shouldn't have been the one having to explain why Lucas was breaking up with me. "Do you want to see what he texted before he asked to call me?" I nodded. "Hey, Don," Lucas wrote. "I need some advice. I need to end things with Alex. The last time I was in New York, I went on a few dates with someone else, and it reminded me about the things I'm missing. This isn't a decision I wanted to make because she's absolutely amazing, and I don't know how to do it." He then apologized to Don, explaining that he understood that it would impact him too, that he knew I'd take it hard. The resentment I'd initially felt melted into heartbroken endearment. I found it sweet that Lucas trusted Don enough to talk to him openly. That sweetness only made it harder and more confusing. I felt like Lucas and I had just hit our stride, and being the hinge partner in our V-shaped relationship was no longer draining. Don had even reached out to him 2 months prior to coordinate a surprise visit for me. I'd been missing Lucas terribly, and he'd wanted to cheer me up. I had mailed Lucas's Christmas present earlier that day, a handmade beanie with a small leather tag with A+L stamped on it. I wished I'd known this was coming. I would have kept the beanie so I could wear it around the house and mope. Lucas had been nothing but patient and understanding, and his text to Don confirmed my suspicion that our rules had been deeply unfair to him. He had willingly accepted them, but we hadn't given him the room to push back. Still, I couldn't believe he'd break up with me for someone he barely knew. When this colleague of his had invited him to go to Coney Island, Lucas had immediately messaged me and asked if I thought she was asking him out and if it would be okay for him to go. I was thrilled that he was finally interested in dating someone other than me and hoped it would make things feel more balanced between us. "But they haven't even kissed yet," I told Don between sobs. "They went on 2 dates. He didn't even try to really explain it to her." Don crawled next to me and wrapped his arms around me. He lay there all night, completely silent, squeezing me tightly as I wept. I couldn't believe that I was being dumped by Lucas while he slept 4,000 miles away.